Morning, students. And in last class, we discussed what kind of data can be mined. So it can be categorized in 8 features called with the field with field file with 8 fields called databases, data warehouses, time series, temporal data, spatial data, and flat files. So these are the various categories where we can mine our data. Okay, in this session we are going to discuss on what kinds of patterns can be mined. So now if you retrieve some data, okay, so that you will get some data, that is some information. If you retrieve data, you get some information. Now if you want to retrieve some or extract some knowledge on the information, so that we have to use some patterns. So based on the patterns you can mine our data. Okay, simply this concept is also called as data functionalities or data mining functionalities. Okay, so coming to this topic, this can be categorized with 2 categories. So data mining functionalities are used to specify the kind of patterns to be found in data mining tasks. Okay, if you are doing some tasks in data mining, so that you get some patterns. Okay, now if you get some patterns, now you apply on what type of functionalities you apply your patterns. Okay, right. So data mining tasks are classified into 2 categories. This can be called as descriptive and predictive tasks. Okay, so these are data mining tasks. Okay, so you know that if you take the structure of TDD, see, you can easily understand now. Now this is the database server. Now it consists of a large amount of data. Now you apply some specified data with these functionalities. Now with these functionalities you will apply some patterns. Okay, in this database server has data, raw data or a huge amount of data. Now you apply, you took some, you took some particular task. Now that the task is in data mining engine, in data mining engine you have functionalities. Now we will discuss, so that using these functionalities with the help of patterns you will get knowledge. Okay, now this is the concept. Now you are applying some patterns on functionalities. Okay, so the functionalities can be classified as 2 categories called as descriptive and predictive. So descriptive mining tasks categorize the general properties of data in the databases. So what is this means? If you want to, if you want to, uh, if you want to categorize or characterize, sorry, if you want to characterize the general properties of data in the database, then it is called as descriptive. Otherwise, if you take some inference on the current data in order to make predictions, then it is called as predictive. So simply we say that if you are having some class labels, or you have some what you call as general properties of features, so this can be simply you can easily understand what do you mean by descriptive and predictive means. General characterize are based on current data, you are predictive, right? Right, simply I can say that if you see, uh, if you take a particular fruit, okay, if I say some properties, based on the properties you can say that this fruit is belonging to particular one. Okay, if I say the a fruit with a peel off properties, peel off properties are 2 types, either the orange or any banana. So if you are peeling off means if are removing particular thing means you that fruit can be called as, okay. Otherwise, what are the fruits that you get in summer? Now you say that immediately you say that mango. Okay, see, this is the particular properties, if with the particular properties you are characterizing the data, okay, that is called as descriptive. If you are giving some description to the data, if you are not giving any description of the data, then it is called as predictive. You have to assume. See, if you say that what is what the fruit, which fruit is very tasteful, so this is a predictive. You have to took all the fruits, and you have to assume that you have to check each and every fruit, and based on the properties of each and every fruit, you can easily understand with which taste is the super taste. Then you can say that that fruit is a very tasteful. Okay, so you don't have any class level property. But if you say that a fruit with have 100% sweet, 100% sweet, okay, with a peel of properties. Now you have a three things called as sapota, orange, or banana. So each and orange should not be, they have a citric property. Banana is a sour property. So even though all bananas are very sweet, but some bananas are the very sour property. And last one is a sapota. You are peeling off, but every sapota is very tasteful. So now you are giving some property. Based on property you are describing. That is called as discrimination. And property, it doesn't, a particular data doesn't have any property, but you have to predict the data, whatever data you have. That is called as descriptive property. Okay, in descriptive property there are concept or class discrimination. You use a property. In descriptive you use concept or class discrimination, whereas in particular predictive you can say that we have various or categories are called as frequent patterns, associations, correlations, mining frequent patterns, mining associations, mining correlations, mining clusters, mining outliers, mining evolutionary analysis. Okay, so these are comes under predictive. Okay, concept or class discrimination. Okay, discrimination of an individual class or a concept is summarized concise and precise terms called class or concept discrimination. Okay, now you are have a property, so based on the property you are summarizing the data, then it is called as concept or class discrimination. And this can be categorized as two categories, and this concept description or class description can be divided into two categories called as data characterization and data discrimination. Simply data characterization is nothing but you have a particular properties of data, you are summarizing all the data, and you are comparing with another target class. Okay, the best example is annual sales of particular company. Okay, now if I say annual sales of particular company in academic year, okay, so in academic year there is a possibility of 2 or 3 or 4 quarters, okay, called as from January to March one quarter, okay, and April to June another quarter, July to September another quarter, and last October to December is another quarter. Okay, for every academic year there is a 4 quarters. Every quarter has a some sales. They show some result of particular, you know that for Infosys, for this quarter there is some profit, for this quarter there is a some loss. Okay, now you have 4 quarters of sales. Okay, now data characterization is you are summarizing 4 quarters into annual one called as one thing. Now you will get a annual sales. Now if you get a annual sales, now with the annual sales what you have is comparing the data with target class called as previous year. We are comparing this sales with previous academic year, so that you can easily identify the what sales of whether growth is happened or profit is happened or loss is happened. This is called as data characterization. If you say that data discrimination means same concept, but you will compare the last academic year and previous academic year with increasing and decreasing. For example, comparing the particular concept, particular class with target class with two properties called as profit property and loss property. Okay, right. See, it is summarization of general characteristics of a target class of data. For example, to study the characteristics of software products with the sales that can be increased by 10% in the previous year, the data related to such products can be collected. The data corresponding to the user specified class are collected by a database query. And the output of data characterization can be presented in various forms like now we will show the difference from previous academic and this academic with the help of pie charts, bar charts, and multidimensional cubes and multidimensional tables. So all comes under data characterization. Comparing our class with previous or target class. Okay, data discrimination is comparison of two target class. Now this is a one target class and this is a two target class. Two target class is nothing but if we have a increasing, this year you have a growth. Now you are comparing with last year growth. You have to compare another same with profit and loss. You have two target class, either profit and profit for one academic year. If it is loss means loss with previous academic year. Okay, comparison of two target class data object from one or set of distinct classes. Distinct means two are distinct. Profit and loss is a distinct classes. The target and contrasting classes can be specified by the user. Now I am specifying that I am calculating with either profit or loss, and the corresponding data objects are retrieved through database queries. So now see comparison of products whose sale increased by 10% in last year with those whose sales decreased by 30% during the same period. They are calculating increasing at the same time decreasing of the particular sales of products. Okay, so during the same period, this is called as data discrimination. Characterization is nothing but simply descriptive task is you have a particular properties. Predictive means you don't have any properties, you have to predict the properties. Next, among the descriptive you have a concept or class description can be characterized in characterization and discrimination. In characterization you have one target class, you compare the data with that target class. If you have a data discriminations, you have two target class, you have to calculate two distinctive properties of same product. Okay, clear. Next, another topic is mining frequent patterns and mining frequent associations and mining correlations, and this is a predictive class. Okay, so a frequent item set typically refers to a set of items that often appear in transactional data. I know you know about transactional data, that is nothing but day-to-day data. For example, milk and bread are frequently purchased by customers. Already this particular concept is discussed in previous classes. Okay, based upon some feature, these two particular products are frequently buying the persons. Okay, all electronics industry products which are frequently purchased by the customers. Generally, home units are frequently used by the other customers. So for this mining frequent patterns, you have three categories. That is frequent item set, frequent subsequence, and frequent substructure. You know that frequent item set is which two products are frequently appearing. Okay, and frequent substructure means okay, if you buying one thing, on what circumstances you are also buying another one. Okay, for example, a sequence patterns that occur frequent, such as if you are purchasing camera means it is followed by memory card. Simply, if you are purchasing particular laptop means automatically you are purchasing what you call as office. Okay, so this is a subsequence. Item set is if you are buying, similarly you are buying another one. Okay, if you are buying, automatically you are buying another one, called is subsequence. Substructure means with the help of some graphs, trees, and subsequence of all these comes different structures, you are finding the substructure. Okay, next, association analysis. Already you know that association rule. Okay, that is association analysis, discovering of association rules showing attribute with the value conditions that occur frequently together the given set of data. Okay, the association analysis is you are discovering. Okay, already I discussed that. For an example, we have a particular bread, milk, beer. Okay, see, these three are the very what we call conditions which occur frequently. So how you are taking all these items means with a rule called as association rule. It is the discovering of association rule, strong association rule, showing attribute with values conditions that occur frequently together the given set of data. It is used for transactional data analysis. Transactional is nothing but day-to-day analysis. You can represent this as with the help of arrow symbol. So for example, if you see that, for example, if a person buying, X is a person buying computer. Similarly, X is a buying software. If X is a person with the age 22, 29, and okay, he's also buying CD player. He has this income means automatically he is buying this. So this is nothing but association rule. Okay, right. Typically association